Good evening, everybody. It's Erin Delia, and welcome to our humming breath class with spiritually guided meditation today. I'm very excited to start teaching, and I'm so excited to do this breath work because it is very grounding, very centering, and I really enjoy that opportunity to find that space throughout the day. And so I invite you to practice this with me. We're going to do a few different variations of the humming breath and then find what parts you really identify with and bring that into your day. So if you find yourself in a minute in the car, or maybe you're in your office, or you're just trying to take a break between moments in your day, use it as an opportunity to practice humming. This releases a lot of relaxation and the opportunity for you to grow in each and every moment. So today we're going to be exploring the humming breath. And the humming breath is really interesting because it's a tool that you can use throughout the day, and it creates a grounded sense of in your bodiness. What does that mean? Breath is one of the very few things in our lives as humans, as animals, as spirits that you have to do within every minute, unless you're a skilled, like deep dive breather. You have to breathe to live, which means you can't breathe in the past. You can't be just in the past, like breathing in the past, reliving the past. You can't be breathing in the future. When you consciously tune into feeling your breath, you are in the present moment in your body. So if in the day you're having a stress or an anxiety, or you're a little woeful, you're in the past or in the future, the moment you take the opportunity to tune into a sensation of breathing, i.e., are you feeling it coming through the nose? Are you feeling it brush past the throat? Are you feeling your chest come up? Are you feeling your abdomen, expand? Are you feeling it collapse as you start to exhale, that moisture in the back of your throat, the hot kind of warm air that comes out of your nostrils or mouth? You are in the present moment when you're doing that. So that's really important because that can take you out of like a rabbit hole, right? Or a tailspin that your mind or emotions might be going down. So anytime you practice any level of breath work, whether it's like a box breath or a diaphragmatic breath, or you're just consciously taking your time to breathe deeply, you were literally taking yourself out of those moments and into the present tense. And that's a really powerful tool that a lot of people overlook because they're so used to subconsciously breathing. And a lot of us breathe short breath from the chest. So one of the last classes we just had, we talked about putting our hands on our abdomens, and as we inhale, letting your stomach expand instead of just your chest. That takes a little bit of practice, so I invite you to go back to the last class that's posted on the channel and explore that. Tonight, we're going to practice humming and a little bit of box breath. Box breath being an inhalation for a certain period of time, a light hold, an exhalation while humming, a light hold, and back to inhaling again. What does that do? So they've recently studied in Science World that when you inhale and through your nose actually emits a nitrous oxide type of gas that actually causes the various parts of the lung, the different areoles and bronchi that create the whole anatomy of your breathing system, to open up and expand. Why is that important? It means that you are taking in more usable oxygen, and in the same way, releasing more carbon dioxide outbound. In that way, you're giving your body more nutritious air, which you can then use to bring yourself into the present moment and take yourself out of a sympathetic nervous response, an anxious or maybe grief or some kind of variation thereof of positive or negative, and you're bringing yourself into a parasympathetic state where you're in that relaxation, you're a little bit more digestive, you're a little bit more in the moment grounded. So for any of you out there in class today who, we were just talking about a little bit of some of the symptoms we experience throughout the day, some of the stressors, this breath work will be one of those keys that you can bring up, close your door, put your fingers in your ears, and allow yourself to tune out for even a minute. makes a huge difference in how we operate, because in that parasympathetic state, we're more aware, we're more conscious, we can tune in, we can say, oh, I'm maybe actually feeling this. And in the choice ahead of me, that feeling will give me more guidance about what's real for me as a person or you as a person and how you want to move forward versus maybe judgment or expectation of you. You kind of get where I'm going. You can deep dive into that a little bit more on your own. I highly recommend journaling after class to solidify some of the things you might learn as you go. So let's get into the technique of humming breath. Humming breath is part of an Ayurvedic practice as well, in which we're going to breathe in through the nose. We're going to use more of that diaphragmatic breath if you can, expanding through the abdomen instead of just the chest. And we're going to then exhale through the nose again, and we're going to put the tip of our tongue at the roof of our mouth, just behind your teeth. This gives you a little bit more of a grounding, energetic sensation physically as well. It also, for me, helps prevent me from clenching my jaw, because when we hum, your teeth are going to vibrate a little bit, right? Your mouth is going to vibrate a little bit. And that means that you're going to need to, kind of monitor that, because it's not the most pleasant of feelings. So take your time exploring it as we begin the breath. The other thing that you can do as well is you can hum at different tunes. Humming is a little bit like your own personal sound bath. So instead of crystal bowls being played, you're playing your own vocal instrument. It warms up your vocal cords. It can definitely help you if you're speaking a lot. The lower tones to the higher tones, they'll feel differently every time you do it. The reasons behind that is in every moment, you're experiencing something different. Your energy is different. Your lesson is different. Your environment is different. The reality inside of who you are shifts. And so different frequencies are going to resonate and either help you heal or maybe help bring something up that needs to be released. So if you feel uncomfortable, no matter what the tone, try to sit through a little bit of that uncomfortableness and see if it passes with the breath. If it doesn't, if you're having a moment where maybe you're experiencing something like a trigger that doesn't feel good, it's causing you to be anxious, come back to your normal cadence of breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth, slowing the breath down. You can open up your eyes if they're closed, if that feels good to you. At any point, you can take this breath work and bring it to a place that helps you be more centered and peaceful. So if right off the bat, if you are pregnant, I always say maybe you consult with your physician before doing any kind of breath work, because we don't want to interrupt the pregnancy. If you have breathing issues to start with, COPD, asthmas, or if you're currently sick or have recently just been sick or had surgeries, take your time with your breath. Consult a physician at any given time, because we always want to stay safe while we're practicing. With that said, coming into a comfortable seated, we're going to make sure that our spine is in good alignment. What does that mean? Make sure your sits bones are comfortably on your seat. That means if you need to pick up one cheek and then the other and give it a little wiggle, go ahead and do that. And as we drop our hips into the ground or to the seat, you're going to rise up, pull your abdomen in just slightly, rise up through the chest so that imagine you have almost a little string right here coming through almost where my pendant is sitting. Your neck is going to relax, and then you've got like a string on the top of your head and it's pulling up. When you relax your shoulders down and back, and you leave your hands maybe a little bit closer to the body instead of outbound if you're not a meditator, your arms are pretty heavy, so leaving them out like this versus in like this can help you in your first levels of meditation. And that will happen whether you're sitting in a chair or if you're sitting on the ground like I am. So find that comfortable position. We're going to do a few humming breaths to start, to just practice the humming techniques before we add the hands in. So we're going to inhale through the nose. We're going to put the tongue at the roof of our mouth, just behind our teeth, and we're going to hum out. Did you feel that? Try it again. You can outbound as long as you want and inhale till you are completely full of air. On the next one, try a different tune of humming. Inhaling in. It's actually couldn't go as long with the higher pitch, and you might find that too. So the other technique that we add into humming breath, which is very traditional to the yogic traditions, is humming is also meant to bring us into canceling out some of our other sensations. So you can take your hands, you can put your fingers on the little drums of your ear and close your ears. You'll notice that it intensifies the humming. So practice it first before we get too deep in our meditation or our breath work first, and see if that's something that's okay with you. You can also put your thumbs there if you want. You can put your fingers on your eyes, your middle fingers around your nose, your ring fingers over the top of the lip, and the pinky below the lip. And what it symbolizes is that you're shutting down your other senses to just focus on this internal humming. So if you want to give it a go, let's try it. We're going to close our eyes, nose, mouth, and ears. Inhaling in and exhaling, humming. One more time. Allow yourself to just sit after that last breath. You can remove your hands if you want. And start to feel the sensation of your body, mainly your head at this point, because we were just vibrating in our skulls. Do you feel a little bit more expansive? Maybe a little bit more in your body, maybe a little bit outside of your body. I currently feel very aware of the external space around my head and shoulders. Just taking a few moments to explore those sensations and what felt more comfortable for you for today's practice, with your hands on your face or holding your ears, or maybe it was just humming with your eyes open. Take the time to figure out what one feels best for you as we get ready for our breath work. We're going to do the humming breath in kind of a box setup for about 8 minutes. And we're going to inhale for a count of 4, hold for 4, and exhale for as long as you want. Hold for 4 at the end of that, and then inhale again. If you need to inhale longer than the 4 count, that's fine. You can find your own rhythm in this cadence and allow yourself to come into this very deeply relaxing technique. If part of the way through your arms or whatever are too tight or too tired to hold your ears or to keep them on your face, please feel free to bring them into your lap or on your thighs in whatever way is comfortable for you, and continue humming at whatever rhythm works. Alrighty, inhaling in for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, 2, 3, 4, and hum. And hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Hold at the bottom of the breath, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, hold, exhale. Hold. Inhale, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2. Take your time humming. Hold at the bottom of your breath. Inhale. Hold at the top of the breath. And hum. Continue breathing at whatever rhythm works best for you. Mm. 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 Remember at any point if you need to come back to a normal breath or just inhale and exhale humming, it is always up to you at what feels best in the moment. starting to come into a natural cadence of breathing. You can remove your hands from your face if you have them on. Hopefully you've heard me. Just allow yourself to breathe in and out at whatever feels best for you, being aware of the space around your body, being aware of the sensations, the physical feeling. Maybe you're having an emotional feeling. Allow yourself to bask in the moment. If you need to adjust at any point for the meditation part of tonight's practice, now would be the time to do so. And take a few moments to just release. Lay down if you would like. And when you're ready and you've got all your wiggles and giggles out, let's come back to the sensation of our breath. Feeling that natural in and out flow. Allow yourself to feel it, the air, the coolness, as it comes in through the nose, as it passes down through the throat, expanding your lungs and diaphragm. As you're exhaling, it slowly falls. The back of your throat is nice and moist. And the tip of your nose is ever so warm. Take a few moments to identify with what sensation in that process of breathing you feel most. Become familiar with it. Become so aware of it that no matter where you are and what you're doing, that you can come back to this one sensation. For no matter where we go on our journey today, tomorrow, or in the eternity of your life, these sensations will always bring you back to your present space, safely in your body. And as we continue to breathe, let's take that attention away and up onto the crown of our head. Feeling that space just above your head, just on your hair, top of your scalp. Bringing it down into the center of the head, releasing the forehead if you're feeling anything there, relaxing your eyes. Letting go of your cheeks, letting them come to a neutral position, relaxing the mouth and chin, the jaw. Letting everything sink through the back of the head, just melting away. Coming into the neck and the throat, feeling the air as it slowly passes in and out with each rhythmic breath. Cascading down into the shoulders, feeling your arms, forearms and hands. Letting go, whatever's there. Coming back into the chest and upper back. Maybe you're feeling your heart beat a little bit. Coming down into the upper abdomen. Being aware. Releasing anything you might feel or experience. Coming down into the navel, the center of the back. Slowly moving down into the pelvic area, feeling your hips, your glutes. Letting it roll down through the thighs, into the knees. Letting your conscious feel your calves and shins, rolling all the way into your feet, at the tips of your toes. Giving yourself just the moments you need to feel your breath, feel your body, to feel the space maybe just outside your body. Maybe an inch or two off of your skin. Notice it might feel very peaceful, silent, but maybe like a warm hug. Maybe it grows and ebbs and flows with every breath. And as you continue to focus on this space around your body, you notice that it starts to glow, a beautiful bright white light. This white light is coming down into and around your body, filling you with joy, peace, love. And it's inviting you to follow it, to go on a journey for tonight. And if you feel called to do so and you feel like it's welcoming you, see where it will take you. Let your imagination float away into this beautiful, warm, safe cloud of white light. And as you let it hug you and hold you, you notice that you're starting to see a path lay out in front of you. It's made up of bricks and stones, smooth, easy to walk. And as it invites you to walk down this path, you know that you're walking through a hilly meadow covered in tall grass and wildflowers. It's a beautiful sunny day with a cool, soft breeze brushing against your skin. You can hear the grass flowing in the breeze. You feel the sun gently warming your skin. And just feel yourself fill with this light as you continue to walk this winding path. Let it remind you of happier days, moments of our lives where everything just seemed right. Here and there, scattered moments. Continuing to walk this path. And as the path starts to curve around a small hill, you notice that before you there's a white picket fence with a gate right at the door. And as you walk up to it and you look beyond the fence, there's a house, a building right in front of you. You know this building. It reminds you of some part of your life, of your childhood, adulthood. It's welcoming. It's bright. It's well lit from the inside. And when you put your hand on the gate, a smooth, warm wood, it opens for you and allows you to walk through this gate up into this house. As you get to the front door, you go to touch the doorknob, and the door slowly opens as you're welcomed through this threshold, standing there in the foyer, taking it all in. remembering these tidbits from your life. Maybe there's a staircase. Maybe there's a walkway into the kitchen. But what you do notice as you walk through into this foyer, off to the left, there's a room that's asking you to come forward. And when you walk into this room, it's a library full of books and pictures and items. And this library is very specific and unique to just you. For every title, every object, every picture represents some part of you and your life. And they're not all just happy moments. Sometimes they're judgments that you have of yourself. Sometimes they're sad moments. They're a mixture of every experience we've ever had. And as you're standing there looking at these walls, filled with these things, you notice that there's a wheelbarrow next to you. And I want you to take a few moments to pull everything off of these shelves that no longer serves you. Not that we're going to forget that these things, but holding on to the emotions and the energies and the thoughts surrounding them, it's not you anymore. Take a moment to pull these things off the shelf and throw them into the wheelbarrow. Take a few more minutes to look at these shelves. And anything left on these shelves are things that honor you. And even if some of the things you threw in your wheelbarrow are happy but jolted, it's okay. You can take them off the shelf too. We'll keep the happiness for ourselves later. And when you're done, I want you to walk over to the handles of your wheelbarrow and notice that as you put your hands on this handles, the wheelbarrow is as light as a feather. And you're going to pick it up, start wheeling it through this house. You're going to go out the hallway that you came in, into the foyer. And as you do so, the foyer opens up into a hallway, bright and inviting, and there's a door at the end of it. Take the wheelbarrow and walk down to the door. When you get to this door, it opens. It allows you to walk in, and there's a little ledge, and you're going to go straight down, easily so. And in this room, you notice that there is a gigantic fireplace with a big roaring fire in it. And as you park the wheelbarrow and just in front of the fireplace, I want you to stop, stand next to it, and feel the heat of the fire. This is not a normal fire. This is the fires of change within you. Anything that you throw into these fires, anything from your wheelbarrow, anything that might come up, you're letting it go. And I want you to take the time that as you pull each thing out of that wheelbarrow and acknowledge it and toss it in that fire, that you're letting it go. That you're letting the things and the memories and the feelings and the sensations behind it, you're just letting that part of it go, whatever parts that want and are ready to do so. Go ahead and start. Take your time. Allow yourself to let it rip. you find yourself becoming emotional as you're doing this, it's okay. Just feel the feels. You don't have to move, you don't have to get uncomfortable. But notice that as you're watching it burn in these flames, all of the feels are just floating away. And as you notice your wheelbarrow is getting empty, stand in front of the fire and say goodbye. Give all of those things, all those memories and judgments and events, send them light and love. The person that you were in those moments. Say goodbye and say thank you. Thank you for helping me be who I am now. Thank you for helping me learn more about how to be the best version of myself I can from everything you taught me. And as you do, the fire, which is burning brightly, starts to hum. And as the sound gets louder, your feelings, the energies, the intensities, the expectations melt away. And when you're ready and you feel like it's all gone, turn around, start walking back out that door, down that hallway, turning into the foyer, finding the front door, walking outside. And you'll notice as you walk outside, there's a bench inviting you to sit down. And notice as you sit down, you feel that beautiful breeze again. The sun is shining on you in a different way. Maybe you feel lighter, brighter. Maybe it's easier to breathe. All of that is no longer there anymore. All those memories just don't seem to be so heavy anymore. All those expectations, there's no more space for them. What we have space for in every moment is to be present, to enjoy as much as we can, and to continue breathing so that we can be surprised by the next moment. Taking a few more moments to breathe into this new space. And now that we've taken those moments, stand back up, walk around the outside of the house. And as you do so, notice that you're at the beach, walking into some beautiful white sands, gently lapping tropical waters. You notice that the way the sun is shining on this water, it looks like 1,000 rainbows, inviting you to wade in as far as you feel, maybe just your toes, or maybe you can't wait to jump in the experience and just float. This is not an ordinary body of water. This is a never-ending amount of freedom, of bliss, of joy. It is who you divinely are. It is at the core of your very existence that this space exists. And as you feel the water gently lapping up at the sides of your skin, it feels like a million kisses of light, saying, I'm here, I've always been here. And become so aware of where you're feeling this, how you're feeling this, what the colors are, the warmth around you. Maybe you feel it in your physical body. Maybe it's surrounding your heart, your abdomen, your throat, your hands, wherever it is. Invite it to flow all over your body. Taking a few moments, bask in this moment, in this eternity of your divine self. And as you notice you're floating there, let the waters bring you down, back into your body, starting to feel your feet and toes, your hands and fingers, starting to feel your legs, your knees, your thighs, your arms, starting to feel your abdomen, your back, your heart, your shoulders, feeling your neck, your throat, your head, your face, and the space just outside of your body. And notice that those rainbows, that water, is you. And that through our breath, we can reconnect to this space whenever we need it. And whenever you're ready, you can start to wiggle. You can start to move. Start to feel your physical body. And notice as you open your eyes how much lighter and brighter you feel. Maybe you do still feel really buoyant, blissful, like you have 1,000 little water drops dancing all over your body. And if you so feel that you want to talk or ask questions, or even just share what you experienced, if that's something you feel called to do, I want to thank everybody again for this beautiful breathing and meditation experience tonight. I hope that it has taken you on a journey of learning to release more of that which no longer honors you, so that you can make space to grow something that does. It is a super important moment for all of us to learn to do that in the present tense moment, right? Because that's when it serves us the most. So with that, if you have enjoyed class today, please like and subscribe to my channel. I have so much more I will be sharing with you as I continue my studies and journeys through the mystical arts in the process of natural medicine. And I hope that you take the moment to use the share link at the bottom of the screen to help others in your world experience these techniques so that maybe you can all grow as a community together. From now until then, my friends, so much light, so much love. Have a beautiful day.